Just replying to a lot of posts on my channel today. I made a video pointing out that a specific conspiracy theory doesn't make sense, and it got a lot of views compared to the other videos. But it doesn't get enough views to correct people. I'm going to repeat the information partially in this video, but no one's going to give a damn because no one will note nor remark upon this forever or anything. Here we go. Biden is still a projected. No, he is the president-elect according to every source that you can find. The news doesn't decide the winner. No, it reported it. The news did not make this happen, and Fox News is now calling him the president-elect now. Unless you want to be taken to be an idiot, there's a problem here. Why wouldn't you call him that? That's what the election had. Electors vote. Yes, I know that. You want this to be a republic instead of a democracy. I'm against that, but that is the way the system is in place. But the Electoral College vote has gone towards Biden as well. If they want to be faithless electors, they would have to fight a massive amount of votes. So you want the electors to override the popular vote, the state vote, and the vote within each state. Biden is not yet certified. As a matter of fact, the vote has been certified in virtually all of the states, and the ones that were in question have certified the numbers that they presented. It's in their best interest to be definitive about what they're saying. I'm not saying any type of recount would favor Trump. No, it can't, because he lost. This is the standard by which we've voted and decided every single election beforehand. Demanding that this be taken to court to make them the arbiters of what we really meant by hitting no doesn't change the no. It just means that we're changing what democracy and a representative government is. Even the Electoral College, as representative electors, are required to be faithful. There are punishments for them. And also, the state can simply say, we have a faithless elector, flip his vote. That's something a lot of you didn't look up. Even if the electors decide to pull full Trump, which would be ridiculously bad and would be bordering on treason. I mean, if you're claiming that me saying my video where I point out what the vote count is treason, some of the people are, not you. An elector being faithless should be treated as treason, because this is amounting to a coup d'etat attempt. Before we have a d'etat, I don't even know what the wording is. Biden still has to overcome the Supreme Court battles. No, he doesn't. Trump has to overcome the Supreme Court sitting there going, why are you bringing a court case when there's no evidence of fraud? They are a majority conservative, and conservatives also control the Senate. Back when Democrats ran the government in the before time, Hillary Clinton lost the popular vote. No, she gained the popular vote and lost the Electoral College vote. They were asked to do the same thing, and they said no. You're demanding that the Republicans dead ass ignore the vote. This is another person, by the way. It's not over till the fat lady sings. There is a Trump card coming, and only time will reveal what it is. No. If you were trying to win the election right now, you would present it right now. Trump doesn't have a Trump card. This constant assertion that it's coming, it's coming. You're really bad in bed, aren't you all? Keep teasing. Yes, I'm looking at a specific, Maricopa, mea culpa county. I will show you how confident I am. Let's make a bet. No, I don't bet. I don't have a reason to. The people of this country have made a decision. And I've also stated that it could flip the other way if Trump would let everybody finish the voting. Him putting a halt on all the votes means that he doesn't get to find out what really happened, which is his real problem. He doesn't want to lose his position, but he doesn't want to find out that he's literally been outvoted. If Trump is inaugurated in January for the second term in office, you have to make a 5-minute video wearing a MAGA hat and saying all the nice things he did. It wouldn't take 5 minutes. He's only done a couple of things, actually done and achieved certain things. A couple of things. I did acknowledge that in a previous video. It took, I'm not kidding, maybe 1.5 minutes. The rest of it was every damn thing he's done, which I summarized as he keeps saying things that are not true and being an asshole in general, and I don't like him. I mean, that's a personal opinion. But what he's accomplished has been very little. Most of what he claims to have accomplished are things that other people did before he showed up that he's taking credit for. That's why it's a short list. Him saying, yeah, I signed a piece of paper, but he doesn't mention that it was worked on through 2 administrations. Yeah, 2 administrations of Obama and another one before him. Trump also tried to get in the way of releasing all of the JFK data. I can list off a shit ton of things he's done that's been negative. I'm not going to spend 5 minutes wasting my time staring at the screen wearing a MAGA hat because I can only find 2 or 3 things he's done legitimately real. If Biden is inaugurated, I'll do the same with him. All the things he did that were good while he was in office as a vice president. These are false equivalencies. I'm not taking the bet because I don't know that he would win. This is a presumption people are making that I want Trump to lose. I do. But that I think he's going to lose. I don't. I don't know. There are a bunch of states where 50-50s. Some of them haven't reported more than 90% of their votes. They could flip either way, but they're not going any further because they're being held back by a fucking set of lawsuits. Trump is preventing us from completing the vote count. That's all he's doing. Acknowledge it. Once you acknowledge the tactic, you can't really have these arguments. Then we get a standardized complaint. Someone's mad. Get a new camera, fuckboy. No chick is using me for playtime. Seriously. I'm a ornery man. Why I'm basically being accused to be somebody's sex toy, and I have a bad cam. So I'm a bad cam boy? You could have just called this, I don't know. You should lead with you have no real qualifications. I normally do. That's a joke about the previous one, I'm sorry, honey, I'm not really good at this. Hey, undersell and overachieve. Don't throw out that you have no real qualifications after you called out BS on other people for 10 minutes. This is a video I posted where I do have qualifications. I said I didn't have qualifications in one area. The discussion that we're dancing around here again is that the quick file system, which is usually several gigabytes across, was using a type of encryption on ballots. That's 170 million ballots in the entire United States, spreading out, let's say, 10 gigabytes of data. Okay, that's 100 megabytes per sheet of paper. Do you understand why this doesn't make sense? That's like a Clockwork Orange. It doesn't make any fucking sense. Why are you posting this shit? People reposting, that's what the story was about. So I'm going to use a similar title for this one. Your argument's invalid because it doesn't make sense internally. Waptek is a moron and is ignorant. Thank you for the double jeopardy. Going with what YouTube alerts say and doesn't do his own research. I did do my own research. I did this research before the election because I'm actually very well knowledgeable in the subject matter you're talking about, including all of the tamper detection and I explained that. A CIA retired agent, no, a psychiatrist who used to diagnose PTSD in CIA agents. He's not a CIA agent himself. Why do you guys keep lying about that guy? They secretly marked the ballots with tech that won't be available for 10 years. No, he said they were using tech that's been available for 20. You're wrong. He never said the Department of Homeland Security said the ballots. I never said that either. I said that wait a minute, I might have. It's possible I made that mistake. You might want to point out what part of the video I said that in. Other people were saying he said that. I mentioned that in the video. But if I got that wrong, then that would be 1 point in your favor. But again, we've had the technology for decades, and he is not an agent, nor has he ever been. He might have claimed he was, but he has no proof of it. And for a long time, he never made that claim. I'll use your own language and say, you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yes, I do. And you got the date and times wrong. And you didn't look up the sources. You didn't look up the links. One of the programs that was being discussed in another video is something that was created 2 years ago by somebody plagiarizing something that's 20 years old. It's kind of embarrassing that you think you do. Look at your ratio of upvotes. That really matters. I'll contest it in court. Learn about Bourne series. You want me to watch a TV show or a movie series or read a book series? It's based on somebody. It's written about somebody. It's a fictitious rendering of them. Also wear a hat and have some dignity about your personal appearance. You're claiming I'm bald. This is not a crew cut. It's a clear cut. I got more ball jokes than you do. And probably more balls. Next. As of this date, the following person is a blank channel that started in July 26th of 2020. A YouTuber who claims to have worked for 23 years in federal law enforcement, but only in a comment section of my channel, and spent 7 years building items for our national defense, and then he misspelled defense. Or it's some kid who's played Call of Duty. Some National Guard troops are permanently assigned to us for various daily support roles. Many more are available to us on each state's governor's approval. Okay. For the next election, this person supports QFS, blockchain encryption codes, and watermarks. Again, QFS combined with this means that you would take up the entire sheet with dots and it would have there would be no blank space to type anything. You did not look up what a QFS is. However, blockchain-styled encryption codes and watermarks have been discussed in subject matter. However, never applied. And even the U.S. Postal Service said, we can't do this, it doesn't work. Another person said, why aren't the ballots serialized? Some places they are. If you wanted to hide this in the white space between letters, all of the individual votes would be slightly different, which means they would look like they had been faked. So it doesn't make any sense. Keeping them very consistent with each other works better, and just simply doing a better job. Then the person says, I want multiple cameras on counting personnel and areas. They already do that. We can watch them. We've been watching them for days now. You already knew that, right? Signatures and name not separated from the ballot. It's an anonymous, aka secret ballot by definition. You're demanding that we change the law about secret ballots. The answer is no, because everybody in the United States has decided that's a really good idea. So you're a fucking Nazi. Because I can make that kind of claim. Tee-hee. Your video seems to be an honest effort, on the surface, to instill some voter confidence in our election process. No, it isn't. It's me stating that you fuckheads showing up trying to make it not look like it is, by lying about it, only instills a lack of confidence in your ability, to process information, and then everybody should be told not to listen to you because you're a bunch of idiots. And in your case, you're a Nazi that wants to make sure that all votes can be tracked down to who cast the vote so that we can have death panels and knocks on doors. The reason it's a secret ballot is to prevent retribution. Go fuck yourself. In reality, it's just another attack, an attempt at interference. I'm demanding that the vote be counted and that our election be ended. You're demanding it be stalled because some little big fat baby can't acknowledge he lost a fucking election. Wah, wah, wah. You falsely claim and mislead your viewer. He itemized this as item number 1. He doesn't offer any proof of it. Then he says for item number 2, you would benefit greatly by learning more about the QFS blockchain and watermarks. I know about them because I don't keep putting in QFS in there so you can get search engine ranking, except to point out that it has nothing to do with the watermarking or blockchain. It doesn't. You can make them apply, but on hard drives and large-scale systems, not sheets of paper with less than 100 million or 200 million examples. Thank you again for a colorful video. QFS, or Quick File System, is usually a large file system spread over many hard drives or networks. Steve Pieczenik was a deputy assistant secretary and psychiatrist who treated CIA employees, not an agent. This is something he's acknowledged in the past and is changing his story about. He worked under 4 presidents and resigned in 1979, and did a 2020 InfoWars interview on the vote and did not provide any proof of anything he said. And he's now saying, again, all of this other shit. Saying there was a quick file system blockchain encryption code in a non-radioactive isotope watermark, but not explained how this would prove counterfeiting or votes hacking happened. No explanation has been given in plain English, and just repeating QFS and blockchain and all this kind of stuff doesn't change that. You're refusing to acknowledge that QFS and blockchain probably wouldn't go together because that's like literally a Clockwork Orange. None of this makes any sense what you're saying, and you don't understand that because you won't fucking read a definition. Again, someone demanding that all votes have to have our name and address on it and all this other stuff leading back to us is something we've abandoned a long time ago. because we're a free society, and you do not want that. Good day. Goodbye.